Let me tell you my perspective on this. We have made no progress here under Kevin McCarthy. And the roots of this are back in January, where he sold out the American people's interests to gain a speakership from the most extreme members of his party. Kevin McCarthy has already made a bipartisan deal. That was done in June, and it is long past time he lives up to that. What we're seeing is as he tries to protect his own job, he is forgetting about the needs of the people who sent him here to govern. So when people call my office, they are concerned about Social Security and veteran benefits.
Right.
They are concerned about the high cost of living. Kevin McCarthy and the extremists are concerned about keeping Kevin in office.
I think what I'm trying to get at is, what you heard from Matt Gaetz or Chip Roy or others threatening a motion to vacate, trying to remove the speaker from his job if he goes to Democrats for votes on a stopgap bill. Is there any scenario where he doesn't have to come to Democrats for votes on a stopgap bill to actually prevent a shutdown?
He already came to Democrats. That is the deal we set in June. So all of this is complete nonsense, but it's a dangerous game. Back in June, he made a deal with the President of the United States after taking the economy hostage, catering to these extremists and their agenda of burning government down. And what he did then was totally roll it back. We had 314 bipartisan votes in the House of Representatives for that deal. The answer is right in front of him. But what he is choosing is his own power. And what he is doing to get there is catering to an extreme agenda. It doesn't have to be this way. When Democrats were in charge, we made investments in infrastructure and manufacturing and reducing the cost of insulin and health care. We did it with a slim majority. It is time for the Republicans in the GOP to put the people they serve first.
I think you get at a critical point here. The reason he walked away from the deal that he made within 10 days was because of where his conference is. The reason that he is not signing on with Democrats right now on a stopgap bill is because of where his conference is, which begs the question tied to the CNN reporting. Can you assure him that if there was an attempt to oust him, that Democrats would help him so long as they came to the table on a stopgap that you guys would agree with? Would you save Kevin McCarthy?
This is a parlor game in D.C. about speculating over a motion to vacate, a motion to
How is it a parlor game? Lawmakers are saying it out loud.
Because that is not what is really at stake here. This is not about Kevin McCarthy's job. It is about his leadership. And right now, there is a void of leadership. There is a bipartisan deal. Senate Republicans understand that, Senate Democrats, the White House, and House Democrats. There is one small group in the House GOP. This what happens, and we saw the seeds of this back in January with 15 rounds of votes.
Right.
He has turned the gavel over to extremists. They control him. The way out of this is to live up to his word, the bipartisan deal he already signed. Talk about whether Democrats would save his job is frankly irrelevant. Let's move forward on the deal we have. Let's get to work for the American people who are looking at this and they don't see themselves in anything that the House GOP is putting out there. And so this is a parlor game, a dangerous one.
But do you understand that if the connection to going back to the original deal that he signed, I'm not trying to frustrate you. I know how cognizant you are of the dynamics on Capitol Hill. I think what I'm just trying to figure out is if the outcome is he loses his job, if he sticks to the deal because he doesn't have the votes within his conference, and there are discussions among some of your moderates about, all right, do we need to have his back here? When does that filter up to the leadership level?
This is what I can say to you. We're going to continue to center what people need. Everywhere I travel in this country, people are worried about the high cost of living. They're worried that these extremists are coming for their reproductive freedoms. They are worried they're coming for Social Security and Medicare. And what we are going to do is say, we have been here. We're here with a deal. And we expect Kevin McCarthy to keep his word. We have a bipartisan agreement, and what flows from that is going to be good for the American people, good for the economy, and ultimately good for Kevin McCarthy. But what we're seeing is a leader who refuses to lead, who is only concerned with his own power.